All right, guys, thank you so much for coming to today's meeting. I know it's just such a big objective today. We're gonna go over our standard operating procedure in the company.
Jade, you clogged the toilet again.
Mom, I'm in a meeting! Go! Anyway, so it's super important to go over the quarterly objectives. So I wouldn't consider myself a cocky person, but lately I've been mastering the art of being productive at home. Now it's an art because it took years to master. If you guys don't know, I actually left high school at 16 years old to pursue my online business, which I'll go into later. But because of that, I basically worked at home, living with my parents for a solid 2.5 years. I'm 18 right now, but I have to say it took a skill of patience and hard work to really master that ability. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how to be productive at home during this epidemic. If you guys want to know more, all you gotta do is keep on watching. So if you're new to my channel, what's up? My name's Jade. I'm the founder of a company called PBJ App, and our team has always been remote. So basically I can get away with looking like a piece of shit and then like going to work because no one will see me. I think that's just actually such a blessing, but because of that, I can easily just fall off and never get up in the day, which is why my first tip is to get ready. Like put some real pants on. And I am at fault at this because for the first like 2 weeks of being on lockdown due to the coronavirus, I was literally just wearing sweatpants. I didn't even wash my sweatpants for 2 weeks. Like that is TMI. No one needs to know, but like that's the reality of what I was living in. Right now I have some acid wash jeans, if you guys can't tell, and it helps a lot with my mental state. I think the biggest thing is changing out of your sleepwear to work pants or actual clothes just gets your mind into transitioning from relaxing to grinding. And I think that physical aspect is so important because I honestly think humans are so animalistic and we have no self-control. If there's an opportunity to be lazy and just chill, we'll take it. So you have to give yourself that structure by putting on some real pants. So that's just the first tip I have. Get ready, try to do your makeup. Even if you're not gonna see anyone, it's gonna really help your mental state. All right, tip number 2 is really weird and it's actually kind of restricting. So this is probably not the best video to watch because after this video, you're probably gonna think I'm a psychopath, but you wanna give yourself restrictions. And I literally give myself hall passes. You're gonna think I'm crazy. I have myself little hall passes where I can only use it if I want to go to the bathroom, get food. Like I literally give myself restrictions of how often I can like take a break. And you're gonna think like, why? And let me tell you, okay? So for a lot of us, I know so much of our issues is just getting bored and wanting to go downstairs to check out the fridge over and over again. Or if you're like me, like I just go to the bathroom and scroll my phone to poop even when I don't need to, just because I want to scroll on TikTok, right? So like those examples of doing things because you just want to break and you want to just chill out is actually what's preventing you from getting really solid work blocks done. So I know a lot of us are either in school or you have like a project. I really think deep focus can only be achieved when you're in the zone, and it takes a lot of self-control. And like I mentioned, humans and all of us have a really low self-control. So long story short, just honestly be pessimistic about yourself. Like admit if you have this issue that you have really low self-control and you're actually able to accept that and then move on from it by creating solutions. So what I would do is just name the distraction that's preventing you from getting deep work. For me, it's checking the fridge downstairs. I'm not even hungry, but I'm just like refreshing that fridge to see what's up. So what I did is one day I only gave myself 4 allowances to check the fridge, right? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack. And what I literally do is every time I go downstairs to check the fridge, I give myself a hall pass, I stick it on my calendar so then I can physically see how many tickets I have left. And this is a little bit extreme, I do have to say, but she works. You might get judged from your family members, but it works, okay? So beat it. Mom, why is the fridge locked?
Because I locked the refrigerator.
Why?
Because you are already fat pig.
Mom, I'm hungry! Alright, so my third tip is plan your week. Do not even just plan your day, go ahead and plan your week. So what I do is I use something called like a weekly planner. You guys know what that is. I was like, I use a special thing called a weekly planner. No, but it's just this like spread that goes Monday through Sunday. And essentially it's just this vertical column. What I like to do is every Sunday or the start of the week, I'll plan out meetings, what I want to do each day. Like you need to be able to see heads up. Like I know a lot of people are like taking it day by day, which is fine. But if you're doing that, you're gonna allow yourself to slip slip off. So once a week, set a goal. What do you want to achieve this week? Whether it's a big presentation you have to prepare for, or you just really want to overall get better at writing every day, just like plan literally what you want to achieve in the week and add slots. So I really recommend to stay away from just like day-to-day planning and give yourself a weekly planner. I'll show you guys what it looks like in just a second. All right, so I'm gonna teach you how I time block. As you can see, I've gotten pretty fond of sticky notes. And the reason why is because every single week, typically a Sunday, I'll sit down and ask myself, what do I want to get done? AKA at the end of the week, what do I want to be proud of? You know, like I think it's so important to do weekly setting because when you just do day-to-day tasks, you can fall off. It's more likely you're gonna get distracted. So set a weekly schedule. So since it's Sunday today, I'll show you guys what I did today. What I did is I wrote down my biggest goal this week. For me, it's actually to reach as many people with this new YouTube channel I'm starting called The Green Room. So The Green Room for me is like something that I've always just wanted to grow, take serious, but I never have. So I told myself this month I'm gonna make an effort to grow the channel, reach highest watch time, reach the best click-through rate, everything like that. So I wrote down my to-do list. So if you guys can see here, I wrote down all the to-do lists that I need to get done. That is in regards to my YouTube. I also have my PBJ company, which is second priority this week. So I have my to-do list. Then step 2 is once I actually write down what I want to get done, I time block. I put it on my calendar. I can't tell you how this changed my life because it's changed my life. I think so often the reason why you don't do things is because you're waiting for the right time. But what if you just picked a time, you've made a calendar invite of it, so you just did it. So what I do is this. I basically time block little sections to work on my goal. So for YouTube, I see Tuesdays open. I don't have meetings. So what I'm gonna do is Tuesday, I'm gonna do my YouTube. So I'm gonna time block each thing. So this will take an hour. This will take another hour. So what I do is I over time just like lay out my calendar every single hour what I'm gonna do. I do the same thing for my other to-do list. I just find a day where it's empty or I don't have a meeting and I just do it. I time estimate and I just like put it on my calendar. And this is so important because it gives you structure and it gives you a reason / time to do something. I also have to say this visual of my weekly spread is super nice. I obviously put in meetings, which leads me to my 4th tip. And by the way, guys, we have 5 points, so make sure you stay to the end of this video because I have the biggest tip ever. I know a lot of you guys are like nodding your head saying, Jade, this is cool, but I live with my parents. And the biggest thing that's preventing me from getting work done is just the distraction of my family members. So lesson here, Sally, we're gonna get to that in just a second. But before I do, I quickly wanna say one of the biggest hacks while you're planning your week is plan meetings because meetings give yourself time blocks and time blocks make sure you actually show up in the morning. So what I love to do is in my company, PBJ, we have team meetings every 9 a.m. on Monday for people to come and show up to work. Because if we didn't have that meeting, then if someone didn't show up, we wouldn't know. Like people can say they did, but they don't. So it's so important to do that to yourself. So whether it's like 9 a.m. you have a meeting with yourself, you want to calendar that in. So that's kind of what I really recommend is because when you time block and when you put something that's at a certain time, you're going to eliminate the distractions that's preventing you to do it. So that's my biggest tip. All right, so number 5, my biggest hack if you live with family or friends or roommates is you need to coordinate your calendar with them. Now, let me tell you, this is an art of negotiation. I've read a few books about this because you gotta be good at persuading, okay? So for me, I'll just give a personal anecdote. Let's just say my mom helps me with laundry, okay? I know I'm 18 years old, but my mom does help me because I do have work here, so she helps me with laundry, okay? I literally love my mom to death. But it's funny because like every time I typically have a team meeting or a meeting with a company or brand, my mom walks in with my laundry and just plops on my bed and that whole little interaction is just caught on camera live in front of all these people for work. So although I love her to death and I respect her, I definitely need to get better at communicating certain times where I'm working so she doesn't just, you know, get into the frame of the video. But hey, I guess it makes some of my clients laugh or I lose the project because they think I'm unprofessional. Anyways, it could be either or. So my biggest hack is to literally ask your family member or the person that's typically in your room at a certain time, when are the times that you're out of the house? Now, keep in mind, due to all the virus stuff, like I don't recommend to kick your family out. Like that's not what I'm trying to say. It's just like, when does your family go grocery shopping? When do they take a walk? You know, when are they walking the dogs or watering the plants? Like that's when you need to time it. So I would literally recommend once you create your weekly calendar, this is why it's so important, okay? You can literally time block times when your family is not at home. So I know my dad always walks at 10 a.m. on the weekends. So that's just like my time to do all my meetings. And I love it because no one can hear me. So my biggest tip is to coordinate with your family, have that conversation, and it might look a little something like this. Dad, we need to talk.
What?
So here's the issue. Whenever I have a meeting, you are like extremely loud. I was wondering if we could probably coordinate this where, you know, maybe you leave the house for a little bit and while I'm doing a meeting.
I'm loud?
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
I'm barely talking. I don't have a meeting. What the hell are you talking about?
I was just wondering if we can...
Get out!
Okay. On a real note, guys, this is how I stay productive, but if you want to know how your favorite YouTubers also stay productive, I actually uploaded a second video to my second channel called The Green Room, where we interview some of my friends here about how they work at home. So I really recommend to check it out just because my tips are cool, but these guys are cooler.
I have a few things I do that I would recommend if you're working from home and you don't normally.
For me, I'm a really big to-do list person. I have them like a little pad, to-do list, and then I have sticky notes just all over my apartment, like on every surface.
I set timers of 25 minutes, the Pomodoro method, if you've heard of that. And then I put my phone and my computer on Do Not Disturb, and I only check it every 25 minutes for like a 5-minute break.
So go check it out in the description box. And I'm actually doing a giveaway. So if you subscribe to my second channel called The Green Room, you will win a weekly spread. And I'll pick one winner of this weekly calendar that I absolutely love and I use literally every single time. That saved my life. So if you guys want to enter this giveaway, all you gotta do is just subscribe to The Green Room and comment done when you're done. I'll be picking a winner next week on my next video. So that's all you gotta do. I love you guys so much, and I hope you guys are staying safe. Stay at home, smile, it's gonna be okay. And if you live with family too, I've been here actually before the virus, so I know how weird and kind of not embarrassing it is, but you always want to control everything. And when you're living at home, sometimes you can't. So I hope this is a reminder that even if that's the situation, it's going to be okay. You can still do productive things. I've seen so many of my actually, on a real note, I have so many friends just have excuses and put off their projects just because their parents are living at home. I'm like, bitch, I remember when I was 16 and I like had no other option but to work from home. Like I had to just live with it and I couldn't just sit there like, oh my God, like I can't work because my parents are home, right? Because I just had to live through it. So if you're one of those people that's just putting off projects or like leaving off work you really need to do just because your parents are home, this is a sign for you to do it. It's possible. Just try your best and give yourself some slack if it's not doing well. Like I know I'm pretty restricting in regards to the bathroom passes and all that stuff, but have fun with it. And during this time, just stay safe. And I love you guys so much. Shout out to the comment winner.
Shout out to the comment winner. Comment on this post to be featured in the next episode.
If you guys want to be the next comment winner, all you gotta do is just comment below. I love you guys so much. Enter the giveaway for a free weekly planner, and I'll see you guys later.